Hi, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video it's going to be a bit different because I have watched Sex and the City for the first time fully as a 28-year-old woman. So I know that might seem crazy, but I am now on the Sex and the City train, and I wanted to make this video because as a fashion lover, Carrie Bradshaw in Sex and the City had some of the best pieces that I've seen maybe when it comes to like a drama series as a whole. So let's talk about that. From the very first episode of Sex and the City, Carrie Bradshaw became more than a character. She became kind of like a fashion phenomenon. Like, she was kind of iconic. With Patrica Field as the mastermind behind her wardrobe, Carrie's style turned into a language of its own. It was emotional, experimental, romantic, chaotic, and effortlessly iconic. She wasn't just getting dressed, like, she was literally expressing herself through her clothes. So I would say Carrie Bradshaw's fashion philosophy was pretty simple. Like, there were really no rules. She'd wear like a tutu with a tank top, then pair it with a pair of $900 stilettos or Manolo Blahniks. She mixed high fashion with thrift store gems, couture gowns with vintage accessories, and lingerie with streetwear. Her look was never meant to be perfect, it was meant to be unforgettable. Some of her most defining moments came from her love of bold statement pieces. Think oversized fur coats, giant flowers pinned to her dresses, big belts, layered necklaces, and dramatic hats. Carrie dressed like her heart was always leading the way. And of course, we can't talk about Carrie Bradshaw without talking about luxury fashion. Carrie's closet became like a museum for designer history. And when you think her most iconic obsession, I'm pretty sure you guys already know what the answer is. Like, if you watch the show, you know that Carrie will spend her last on a pair of Manolo Blahniks. I don't know what was the big deal with Manolo Blahniks, to be honest. I'm not like a huge fan of that brand of shoe. It gives me kind of like older 13th century vibes, but I digress. The shoes were practically characters of their own. From her classic pumps to the unforgettable navy something blue, satin Hungisi heels. To Carrie, Manolos weren't just heels, they were literally like her soulmates. And of course, then there was Fendi. Carrie single-handedly turned the Fendi baguette into a cultural phenomenon. The famous line, "This isn't a bag, it's a baguette," became a rallying cry for fashion lovers everywhere. I mean, the baguette bag was very, very popular in the early 2000s, so it makes sense for Carrie to carry that type of bag on the show. But I feel like the Fendi baguette is a special bag, and I definitely understand why Carrie would carry a bag like the baguette, because it came in all different type of fun colors, designs, and all the things. Like, even in the spin-off series and just like that, she's also wearing like a few of her Fendi baguette bags, so I love that they're bringing that into the new series as well. Dior also added another layer of drama to her wardrobe. The John Galliano newspaper dress remains one of her most memorable looks, and the Dior saddlebag became a defining accessory of the early 2000s thanks to Carrie. And we kind of love that. Yeah, we love that. I mean, she embraced the classic. She wore Chanel pearls and flat bags, Gucci accessories, and vintage Hermes scarves. She embodied elegance in Versace's dramatic couture in Paris. In her wedding dress in the first Sex and the City movie, that was none other than a sculptural theatrical masterpiece by Vivienne Westwood, which I love. That wedding gown was literally everything and kind of looked like a cloud to me. And I love how they kind of repurposed the gown and it's just like that series as well. It brought back a lot of nostalgia, and yeah, I just love those moments. And I also want to just touch on some of like a few of my favorite looks. So starting off season 1, when she wore this simple black bandeau dress, but she had like this bejeweled kind of necklace, and she kind of tied it around her neck. It was similar to a scarf, and it just like hung down. It was so simple but so chic. It's just something about that look that I love. I'm thinking about recreating it actually. Then also, of course, I love the Vivienne Westwood moment when she was wearing this Vivienne Westwood skirt. It was like this satin green color, and it had this tulle kind of peeking out the back. That was a classic look. Then also, I loved when she wore this ombre pink and kind of like gold tone silk dress. It was when she went to meet Big and like they fell in the water. Like, I'm so mad that she ruined that stunning dress. But I love that look. It kind of gave me, it reminded me of like watercolor, something like that. It was just everything. And that's literally just to name a few. Like, I don't want to drag the video, but Carrie had the pieces. But what I think made Carrie's style so unforgettable wasn't just the brands. It was literally her attitude. Like, Carrie dressed with emotion. She wore her heartbreaks, her hopes, and her growth on her sleeve. Like, literally. She made fashion feel personal and alive. Throughout the seasons, her style evolved from whimsical vintage pieces in the early years to full-blown couture and iconic luxury looks as the series and movies progressed. No matter the moment, Carrie Bradshaw reminded us that fashion is supposed to be fun, expressive, and a little bit risky. In the end, Carrie Bradshaw didn't just influence fashion, she changed it. She taught a whole generation that confidence is the greatest accessory, and that a pair of great heels never hurt either. Like, literally till this day, there are people recreating these looks and still talking about the iconic looks of Carrie Bradshaw, despite what you may think about her character on the show, because we know Carrie had a lot of flaws, but the looks just ate. I mean, the wardrobe team did what needed to be done because they actually knew exactly what to put Carrie in and they nailed it. So I'm thinking about doing some more Sex in the City type analysis videos. So let me know in the comments if that's something that you guys would be interested in watching. Thank you for watching. Bye.